John Dayal, Secretary General of the All India Christian Council, Defence Father Frazer Mascarenhas. Derek O'Brien, I don't know his views. He's a Trinamool Congress Member of Parliament. He joins us from Kolkata. Ami Yagnik, Defence Father Frazer Mascarenhas, which is surprising. It seems the Congress party has lost all objectivity. Siddharth Nath Singh is against Father Frazer Mascarenhas, which goes against the position taken by the BJP in the past. After all, the BJP only takes a position that is politically convenient to it. And Rahul Ishwar, of course, for known reasons. Because it appears to me, Rahul Ishwar, that you are more and more tilting towards the BJP these days. You find everything that Father Frazer Mascarenhas has done wrong, but you find nothing in what the BJP's overreaction to it wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, my first question here tonight is to John Dayal.
Yes, sir.
Now, John Dayal, and after this, it's open debate. Even if you hate Narendra Modi, and even if you believe that all rules should be broken to ensure that Narendra Modi should be defeated, spare an educational institution the thought for an educational institution. I'm sure you have been associated with several educational institutions in the past. A college principal goes canvassing for the Congress party and you have no problems with it. I mean, this is quite hypocritical and at odds with every stance that you have taken in the past, John Dayal.
On the contrary, Arnab, on the contrary, I think a college principal is the first person to be educating his people what things they should look for when they're casting their precious vote. And an opposition to Mr. Modi does not necessarily mean a support for the Congress. There are many other parties opposing Mr. Modi. There's the left, there are all sorts of regional parties, there are the Lok Dal, the Mayawati, everybody else.
But a principal cannot do that. A principal is not allowed to do that. A principal is not allowed to do that.
A principal is duty bound to educate his students.
Certainly not.
Onto the issue. That is my position.
No.
I entirely am supportive of what Dr. Frazer has done.
So your position is based upon your personal prejudice, isn't it? I mean, let's talk very directly here today. You don't like Modi, so you want all rules broken as far as Modi is concerned, even if that means breaking the basic rules of how an educational institution is to be run. And don't tell me this is not for the Congress party. Ami Yagnik, this email is evidently support for the Congress party. The email is all praise for Jean Drèze and Amartya Sen, who have been active supporters.
Who are not members of the Congress party.
Yeah, but they've been active supporters of the food security bill. Aruna Roy, who has been very closely associated with Sonia Gandhi's NAC, played a significant role in the formation of a bill and all the populist schemes promoted by the UPA. So it doesn't mention the Congress party, but it is a Congress party mail. Now, why, if the BJP says let the principal join the Congress party, what's wrong in what they've said?
The BJP can say whatever it has to, but surely
that is the BJP's views. Arnav, am I answering?
Yes, you can answer, Ami Yagnik, if you have an answer to that.
Yes.
If you have an answer, that is.
I have all the answers, Arnav. I have all the answers. The BJP may not suggest whether the principal or the teacher should join the Congress party. They can keep their opinion to themselves. But I want to read the opening line of the letter written by the principal of this great school. Just bear me out for 1 minute. It says, the approaching elections have brought an interesting discussion to the public forum on what constitutes human development and how it is to be achieved. The Gujarat model has been highlighted for our consideration. And that is how the paragraphs showing what is the Gujarat model and what are other achievements of another model are highlighted.
Come on now, Ami Yagnik, that's so, I mean, this is so self-serving an argument. Have you put on blinkers tonight? Do you expect people not to understand?
I am not. I am absolutely objective. Here is a teacher who is guiding his students.
So therefore, Ami Yagnik, my counter question to you is this, and please listen to me. Listen to me, Ami Yagnik, for a minute. Listen to me for a minute. The email claims that Gujarat has been a victim of cultural polarization and calls upon students to keep communal forces at bay and vote for a secular alternative. My question to you is simple, and please, this is an open debate now. Listen to me.
Is the truth, is it
Where
not?
is the word vote? No,
That is the
no.
truth.
This is an academic letter. Please.
Academic letter? It's a political letter.
You have not.
It's a thoroughly political letter.
No, it is not a political letter.
Of course, it's a political letter.
You are not giving credit. You are not giving credit to the researchers, the academics.
My point is, Ami Agnik, if you want to do politics, do it openly. If the father is talking about cultural polarization and communalism in the context of Gujarat, who is he referring to? Can he name the individual, the political party to confirm who he is talking about?
No, a teacher is explaining to the students.
Oh please, this is not a moral science lesson.
Human development and what are the indices.
I wish you had been honest today, Ami Agnik. You know, you can say that we are... Rahul Ishwar.
Ami Agnik, how can you be so dishonest?
All of these
We
academicians...
respect priests from all religions.
You look at all these names.
Ami Agnik, just now, Miss Yagnik, come down, let one at a time. Now, Miss Yagnik, 1 second. First of all, I want an assurance from our panelists here today that let everybody speak, have the strongest argument. No, each one of you put the strongest argument, but let one side complete. Let one side complete. And Ami Agnik, I know that you are today on the defensive on this subject. Does not mean that you have to raise your pitch.
No.
If you're on the defensive, you say we are on the defensive.
Economic review of Gujarat. I have come with a socio-economic review
but he's a college principal, not a Congress leader. Okay, Rahul Ishwar, Siddharth Singh, come into the debate. Derek O'Brien, I'm surprised you're quiet so far.
You treat a principal.
Arnabji, see, we respect people, priests of all religions. I personally, even though I'm a Hindu, was the secretary of Young Men Christian Association's youth wing. I studied in Christian school and college. But this men of God or priests should at least be honest. If they are politicizing education, they should at least be honest in owning up and saying that we have done this for politics. I have a political opinion. But why go for a political insinuation and then be dishonest about it? And just imagine, what about the other Hindu colleges? If they have also started doing something like this, won't Congress cry foul? Shashi Tharoor sir, my own MP, is meeting Pentecostals and appreciating these letters. If some Hindu colleges issue a diktat in favor of Narendra Modi, would they be having the same standard? See, as a proud secular nationalistic youth, I would request all these people from different religions, including Hindu and Christian, don't politicize our institutions. Why do you misuse your office to propagate your political views and gain political benefits? Is it not unbecoming of that office? Are you not misusing that office? And please don't be dishonest about it. If you are doing it, please have the courage and honesty to own it up.
So what do you want, Rahul Ishwar? You want the principal arrested?
No.
It's a free society.
No, I want the principal to be honest and say, I believe in Congress, I am trying to catch vote for Congress. Why can't the priest be honest about it? He is insinuating everything in favor of that.
No, how is everybody who's anti-Modi cockroach? No, 1 second. Even Siddharth Singh will not support you. Siddharth Singh will not support you. Because everybody who is anti-Modi is not pro-Congress. And Siddharth Singh, after all, I know why you are quiet today, because you have no legs to stand on.
I don't think that's...
you have no legs to stand on in this argument.
I have my way too good. Fortunately, Arnab, despite of Congress trying to run a propaganda against BJP, my legs are very strong and I'm standing on my legs. Well, at this time I'm sitting, but nevertheless, I have strong legs and I can rebut the Congress and others strongly.
No, you don't have to rebut them. You rebut me. You rebut me because I have a question for you to which you will have no answer. And I have to stop you to answer the question. I want to remind you, do you remember what happened with the Darul Uloom Vice Chancellor Maulana Ghulam Vastanvi in January 2011? Today you go to the Election Commission. Balbir Punch's father should resign, join the Congress party. Do you remember when a cleric affiliated with another educational institution, the former Darul Uloom Vice Chancellor Maulana Ghulam Vastanvi, was sacked after praising development in Gujarat? Your party rushed to defend him. So, at that time when somebody praises you, 1 minute, you go to defend him.
Issue.
When somebody criticizes you,
there's no
when
issue.
somebody criticizes you, you go to the Election Commission.
Arnab, we do not take objection if somebody individually objects or accepts
But this is individually-
the BJP or condemns the Gujarat model.
John,
It's in a public domain. Now the issue is not of what he objected to the Gujarat model. That's not the issue with
Who is-
BJP. The issue
What is the issue?
that there is an impropriety. He is the principal of a premier institution. We all respect that institution. But as a principal, he has expressed a bias and a politically loaded email he has sent to the student.
Yes, so what
if
was-
it is a blog written in an article or something like that for everybody, but he has addressed only to the student, that the student should make up, they
No,
should
no,
not
no,
make up
then-
mind.
then in that
they should be
case-
influenced to make up their
then in
mind.
that
And
case-
that's where the objection comes in.
No. Then in that case, when Maulana Ghulam Vastanvi supported the BJP on the issue of the Gujarat riots, and when he was removed because he praised development in Gujarat, why did you defend him? I mean, your logic does not hold.
No,
On-
because the action was wrong.
So the action of
was wrong
supporting you is
removing
right.
someone
The
who
action of
expresses a
criticizing
view.
you is wrong. How
Who expresses
thoroughly
a view, but he
convenient.
doesn't tell.
How thoroughly convenient this is. If somebody
Well,
supports
I
you, it's
think
good. Somebody criticizes you, it's bad.
Arnab, you
And
laid
by
down
the
a
way,
condition.
By the way, Ghulam,
you laid down a condition that nobody will speak. You laid down a condition that nobody will speak when the other is answering. So I presume, as an anchor, you will not. While we are answering, you will not raise questions again and again in there.
No, I have a
so
veto
allow
on
us
that.
a free speech,
I
and
have
your
a veto.
questions
That
will
rule
be
applies
answered.
only to panelists, not to me.
Well, you can have a veto, but allow me to make my point.
But you don't seem convinced with your own argument.
Allow me to make my point.
You're not sure of your own point.
No, I am convinced with my argument. It is for you to be convinced or not convinced. That's not an issue for me.
When Vastanvi
Issue
supported you,
is
you supported
that
him.
Maulana
When
was-
Xavier's principal criticizes
Maulana
you,
was
then you're
not-
against him.
Maulana was not telling his students to follow a Gujarat model. Here is a principal who is just 2 days before the elections, the poll is going to happen. He expresses to the student through an email as a principal that here is a model, this you should reject because this is a corporate model along with the communal forces coming together. So therefore the secularism of this country is in danger.
I'd like
That is an
to
objection.
welcome Dr. Kamal
I don't
Jadhav.
have
She's
an
the head of
objection if he
Department
has
of
an
English
open
at
debate.
Jai Hind College into the debate.
Let
But
him have
before
an open
that,
debate with us or with the students.
who is a
Students
bigger
should
threat,
debate among themselves.
Giriraj Singh or Father Frazer Mascarenhas? Who is a bigger threat, Praveen Togadia or Father Frazer Mascarenhas? Who is a bigger threat, Ramdas Kadam or Father Frazer Mascarenhas? Who is a bigger threat, Amit Shah or Father Frazer Mascarenhas?
Well, they are two different things.
How are they two different things?
There are two different things.
You are
The
really
Giriraj
confused tonight.
Singh we have condemned, we have said it is wrong, and there is already the government, the state government and the election commission is taking action. So let's leave it there. Here the objection is it is not free exchange of views. Here is a principal who's trying to stamp on the students how they should be voting.
Well, Derek O'Brien
personally-
unnaturally quiet tonight on the debate because perhaps Derek O'Brien is worried about what he's going to say. The TMC hasn't decided whether after 16th it's going to support the Congress party, a third front, or for that matter the BJP. Is that why you're keeping your options open? Where do you stand on it, Derek O'Brien?
Well, Arnab, as in charge of West Bengal,
Arnab,
we
let
don't
me
want
tell you-
TMC support on your channel.
Yes, Derek.
Arnab, I was keeping quiet because I was listening to the arguments of everyone they were putting forward. And no matter what happens after the 16th of May, I will still be a Christian first, before that an Indian. And I have some issues to raise, not only as Trinamool spokesman, that apart. The first thing is we are making a big issue whether the principal wrote this letter. I'm not the spokesperson for the Christian community in India, but I can tell you, Christians across the country, about 75% of Christians across the country are Catholics. St. Xavier's is a Catholic institution. So out of the 2.4 million Christians in India, about 1.8 to 2 million are Catholics. And these Catholics, as a background, are headed by cardinals. The cardinals proclaim what is the duty of the church. There's a letter of 30th of March, which I think is much more important than what a priest from St. Xavier's, Mumbai writes. in his own right or his right as a principal.
Why are you
The
giving it a
Cardinal in
religious
Mumbai,
spin?
one of
I'm
the
really
senior
sorry,
most
Derek
IC
O'Brien. But why are you giving it a religious
I'll tell you
spin?
why. I'll tell you
We
why.
are talking about the
Arnav,
misuse of an
because-
education,
I'll tell you
about a
why,
college
because
principal's office.
Arnav, let me.
Don't give
You
it a
need
Hindu,
to know
Muslim,
what is the
Christian spin.
official Christian position.
He is the principal of a college.
No, you need to know what is the Christian position on
He is the
politics and
principal of a
elections.
college. The email is
Arnav,
not
I'll
sent
come
in
to
his
the college.
capacity as a Christian.
I am not defending the principal.
The email, sorry
Arnav,
Derek, you are thoroughly wrong.
Arnav,
The email is sent in his capacity as the
Please
principal
let
of
me
a
finish.
college.
Arnav, one second. Arnav, one second.
Siddharth, let him complete.
You let me finish my argument. I am not defending the college principal. Please wait. But I think a national platform like this must know what is the official line of the Christian community. Why are you people jumping to conclusions based on something written by a principal? One line, I would like to read one line written by the Cardinal.
This is wrong,
Please,
Derek.
Arnav, let me read this one line. Only one line. At the outset, we wish to make it clear that the Catholic Church does not identify herself with any political party. Let's get that out of the way first. That is the official position of the Catholic/Christian Church. So, now if a college principal...
Let Derek complete. Let Derek complete.
Now if a...
Okay, 1 second, 1 minute. Just at the point when Derek O'Brien was making that point. Yes, was that Rahul Ishwar?
Arnabji, if a Hindu head of institution had instructed me and mailed me saying these are my political viewpoints and you should vote, I'm proud enough to say
Please
that
let me finish my point.
Please don't impose your political views.
We'll let Derek
me
complete
finish my point.
Complete your point.
Let me finish. You guys are
Therefore, the email is not sent in his capacity as a leader of the Christian community.
Yes.
He is communicating through the principal's official email ID. He is therefore trying to influence the minds of students. The students...
I'm not... What are you arguing with me about?
I am arguing...
What are you arguing with me about?
I'm simply telling you not to push a Christian angle to this.
What are you arguing with me about?
Why are you pushing a Christian angle? Why are you canvassing
Please
on the
understand.
Newshour?
Arnav, just... I am not canvassing. Please, Arnav, I don't need to canvass for Christianity, for God's sake. Please let me finish my argument.
You are canvassing
misunderstanding
politically.
me, hugely misunderstanding me. The principle... No, I don't want... Everything is not politics. Congress and BJP don't want to discuss issues. They want to make everything
into politics. This email is pure politics.
Please understand, this is a microscopic minority of 2.4. They needed to get what their position was clear. What the principal has done, he may have overstepped his brief. Congress feels he hasn't. BJP feels he has. Let them go and argue it. I have nothing to say with that. Maybe I read the letter. Maybe
you are trying to simplify directly. By the way, let's get everyone on the screen right now. Dr. Kamal Jadhav, how can you... 1 second. Dr. Kamal Jadhav, how can you support a principal who has violated every basic rule? The email he writes features on the main college website. Therefore, his views reflect the views of the institution.
I don't think he's violated any rule at all. I think he was giving his students some perspective as an elder, And I think in all this, what we are doing is underestimating the intelligence of our students. They are not going to allow themselves to be brainwashed. They are thinking, smart, intelligent students. They were just given some perspective by their principal, and they will check out facts for themselves and then vote accordingly. So I don't think the BJP needs to be so nervous and so afraid about this statement from the principal. I'm sure. I mean, they're fighting on the plank of development, and they're confident about it.
Let me ask you, Dr. Jadhav.
So why should we be afraid about?
Dr. Kamal Jadhav, let me ask you this. If Siddharth Nath Singh, he's raising his hand here. If Siddharth Nath Singh or Narendra Modi was to want to use you are from Jai Hind College, was to want to use your college campus for a political rally or a political campaign or a political outreach program on behalf of the BJP, right on the eve of voting, would you allow it?
Yes.
Would you allow it?
That would depend on the management.
No, it doesn't depend on the management.
But I don't know why you're giving it a political.
It doesn't depend on the management. There is a model code of conduct. Exactly. And the model code of conduct is of the Election Commission, which says that the use of educational institution, including their grounds, etc., for political campaigns and rallies is not allowed. The St. Xavier's College principal in Mumbai has used his position as the principal of a college to violate the model code of conduct. Simple. And I don't know.
I don't think so. He was
less about communalism. It is about politicization of educational institution.
I'll tell you something. There's something I'd like to tell you, Arnab.
Nobody is even raising a question. But is it not misuse of an office? Why are people?
It is not a misuse of office. It is not a misuse of an office.
In fact, my dear friends, by insinuating indirectly, is it not misuse?
In fact, he would have been abdicating his responsibilities as a teacher if he were not to flag the basic issues in this election. He has not violated any code. He has not spoken as a priest. He has spoken as Dr. Frazer, principal, addressing his students.
No, then in that case...
So, sir, are you okay with all community colleges of the majority community also
by all means, let college principals flag. Let college principals across the country flag important points.
And you think he was being objective
of their students.
And you think John Dayal that he was being objective out there. If he was being objective, I want to ask you, John Dayal, because you have no answer. You are looking at it in a stilted and prejudiced manner.
I am prejudiced. Of course, I'm prejudiced.
No, but then if you're prejudiced,
elections are a manifestation of prejudice.
No, but one second.
I have to choose.
You can take your prejudice home, but the fact is you can't bring your prejudice to campus.
I take my prejudice to the voting booth. But this is not prejudice. He is evaluating two issues for the benefit of the students.
One second. He spoke about Gujarat. Did he speak about the communal polarization in Uttar Pradesh? Did he speak on Muzaffarnagar? Did he speak about the communal polarization in Rajasthan? Did he speak about the communal polarization in his own state?
There's a point I'd like to make.
Did he speak about the communal polarization in Dhule in Maharashtra, where 5 people were killed in police firing by a Congress-led government? Did he speak about 1984? Did he speak about inflation?
Exactly.
Did he speak about food prices?
Of course he spoke about poverty.
No, did he speak?
John Dayal takes his
I am answering you. Won't you listen? I am answering you.
This is the difference.
He should have given a holistic question. He should have made a holistic definition. But he has.
So now that he hasn't,
I'd like to make a point, please.
No, 1 minute.
In that.
So at this stage of the debate,
nothing wrong in that.
No, at this stage of the debate, you admit he was not being objective. He was not giving.
Of course, he was being objective.
I'd like to make a point, Arnab.
He could have been more holistic.
So he was not holistic.
But then everything should be there.
You can call it holistic. Why don't you say he could have been more balanced?
There's a point I'd like to make.
He has conceded the position.
There's a point I'd like to make.
I have to go.
Just a minute. Derek O'Brien, Siddharth Nath Singh coming back to the debate. Dr. Kamal Jadhav, I'll come to you. Yes, Siddharth.
Yes, please.
Arnab, the lady was just saying that we should not undermine the students' ability to make an opinion. I fully agree with that. If that be the case in the defense, then what made the principal to write to the student? He should have left it open. But here, the principal doesn't give a holistic view.
There's a point I'd like to make in that context.
What he comes at is, with the last para, please hear us out also. There's no point screaming about it. the last para, what he says is that he says there is a communal and a capital alliance, and then he goes and talks about and says you should support those who talk about the Human Development Index. Now the issue is, I can go on to the Human Development Index and debate it out, because it's been debated largely on the Gujarat model. Well, the figures which he has quoted are false, but I'm not getting into it. But if this is accepted that the principle of a premier institution can write, which is against the election code of conduct, then may I ask humbly, what will happen tomorrow? The deans of IITs, IIMs, AIMS, and everybody start writing to their students and say you should vote. You should vote on this direction for such and such party. Is that fair?
No.
Is this not influencing the students?
No, one second. Ami Agnik, if you want,
if you want, democracy
no, one second. One minute. Ami Agnik, my question to you, Derek O'Brien, coming back to you after this, but I need to get a response from Ami Agnik. Ami, if you want now to violate the election code of conduct, and if you now want to campaign using college principles, say it openly. Exactly. Say today that we will campaign through college principles.
Arnav,
say it openly.
Arnav, you are
don't camouflage this.
Wrong question to the wrong party.
Well, he's supporting the Congress party.
Injustice to the teachers of this country. This teacher has given two perspectives of a development model. Please read the letter threadbare. Please read the letter.
So I'm asking you.
He says that you choose well. No,
tell me one thing. I have read the letter. I have it with me. I'm asking you one thing. I'm asking you one thing. I have the letter with me.
All of us have the letter.
What has he said against the Congress party?
All of us have the letter. I can read it for you.
Undernutrition.
Every teacher wants to know that the students should know what development model is, and development without human development is no development. That is what the academicians and researchers of this world say.
Derek O'Brien.
Commission that. These are the work of academics and researchers.
Okay, Arnav, can I make a point?
No, you see the fact is the Trinamool Congress is an expert on this whole subject, because the Trinamool
do not scream. Let me tell you, there is a CAG report dated 2012-2013. Let me read it out for you on a malnutrition. Just hear it out. Then you will understand what we are saying.
I think no.
Just listen it. As per the CAG in 2012-2013, commended the efforts of Gujarat government for the significant decline in the extent of undernutrition by about 39% in span of 5 years, 2007 to 2012. This is your CAG report, your government at the center.
No. Socio-economic review of Gujarat.
We are not discussing Gujarat.
Don't give me no. You must. Let's fight it out.
BJP crosstalk.
Congress, no one.
Let me give you ICDS figures also now.
1 minute now.
Can I please request you to let Derek O'Brien in? By the way, Derek O'Brien, I don't want to. I don't know. 1 minute. You see, the problem is that Derek O'Brien's party has a history of extreme intolerance vis-a-vis academics. I'd like to remind Derek O'Brien that it was his esteemed government that got a professor of Jadavpur University arrested for his depiction of Mamata Banerjee in a cartoon. So I find it very hypocritical today, Derek.
Where are you coming from, Arnav? Arnav, where are you coming from today? Is this the level you have to stoop to when we're discussing an issue which involves 2 points? You're discussing an issue. Let me have my say on that issue. Then you talk about the Jadavpur.
Can I just tell you the context in which I asked you?
1 minute to make 3 quick points. I will make 3 quick points. Number one, I hope today I could make the position very clear that even if the St. Xavier's principal wrote a letter which he perhaps should not have written because it was politically loaded, it is not the view of the Christian church in India. This is a very important point for your viewers to know today.
You are not even addressing
the picture.
You are not even addressing the issue.
Why bring the church into the picture at all?
Please understand. Number two, there are other Father Mascarenhas roaming around in these elections who are making much horrible communally insensitive things. I don't think he should have written this letter. And number three, which is the political point, the Congress and the BJP, come talk to us about women's reservation. Come talk to us about food security. Come talk to us about FDI. Don't deflect with these issues. Talk policy.
What issues?
Want to BJP is overreacting. Congress Congress is trying to use this.
Derek,
Congress
let's talk about
Siddharth is responding to Derek.
Let's talk about the women
Congress have-
reservation. Let's
listen,
talk about it.
Congress have used this.
No, let's talk about it. Derek, you have a habit in every
Congress have
debate to
used
take it
this.
up where the issue
Listen,
is something different.
please.
We must talk about development in
Please.
West Bengal as a model.
There is no
I'm
issue.
willing- Arnab, you
Don't tell
call
me
Derek
about the
and I'll be there
BJP.
and we
Don't
will talk
tell me
about the
about the
development
BJP.
of
Don't tell
West
me about
Bengal
the
model
Gujarat
versus
model.
the Gujarat model.
I will write to you about the. I don't need to talk to you about the Gujarat model.
No, we'll talk.
Forget about the
I
Gujarat
will
model.
tell you
That's
what
not
you
the
all are
point of this
doing.
debate.
Shall I
The
begin
point is
how
not the debate.
the
It
workers
is
of
not.
the TMC are
It is
making
not.
bombs
You,
and that
BJP,
explodes?
BJP,
Should
you
I
are
talk
trying to
about
make
how,
this
Okay,
into a
how
Arnab,
you
I'd
are
like to
murdering
make
the
a point.
workers
Start
of the
taking this
office?
down.
Can both of you take your
What did you
both
do
of you
in
take your
Gujarat?
political rivalries
that
elsewhere?
Arnab,
Just a minute.
ask the
No, 1
BJP
minute. I want to say here tonight that just because, one second, Derek O'Brien and Siddharth Nath, please listen to me. Derek O'Brien and Siddharth Nath saying it is a very well-known fact that both of you, first of all, Derek O'Brien and Siddharth Nath saying, please come back to the
What did they
subject.
do in Odisha?
Derek, please, just because
What
you
did
can't
they
answer
do
the
in
question.
Odisha? What did the
What
BJP
we
do
are
to Christians
doing
in
because
Odisha?
Let it be.
What did the
there has
BJP
been
do to Christians
a
in
proper
Odisha? You're talking about
inquiry,
Gujarat model.
and we know what has the report come out. Let's talk about West Bengal now.
What do you do to 2.4 million Christians in India?
What about
Don't
the
give me
Sharda
lectures.
scam?
If the principal
What
wrote a
about your
letter, he
people who
shouldn't
have
have wrote the
been invited
letter.
by the ED?
He wrote a letter. He shouldn't have wrote the
What
letter.
about the
What is the view of the
Trident
church on this?
scam
You're
which has
telling me
taken
after
place in West
Kandamahal,
Bengal?
you're giving me a lecture
What
on
about the
Gujarat model.
Jadavpur professor?
Stuff your
What
Gujarat
about
model.
that girl who was unfortunately
Don't
raped?
talk
and what
about
did the Mamata
cartoons.
Banerjee do?
Don't talk about cartoons.
Let us talk about it. What about?
Don't tell me.
What about
Listen,
the political
for once,
opposition?
you
and
are
how
going to
you
have
want
listen to
them?
me. Listen
By
to
killing
me.
them.
Listen to
Arnab,
me.
can I come in?
Listen to me. For once, you're going to have people
Don't.
talking on behalf of those 2.4 million
No,
Christians,
listen to
and
you
you
what?
better listen.
To the
You
subject.
better listen
If
to
you
us.
move away
You
from the
better
subject,
listen. Thank
you will have all the rebuttals coming
You
from
listen
me
to us.
straight away.
You listen to
Stick
the
to the
Christian
subject.
community.
Let's
Don't
talk about
bulldoze.
the principle
and
of
the Congress
Xavier
also should
college.
try their.
Can you
Precisely.
both calm down for a minute, please? Please, or are you going to come to blows here? 1 minute, please, Siddharth Nath Singh and Derek O'Brien. Just a minute, please. You see, by the way, Siddharth Nath Singh and Derek O'Brien, it is a well-known fact.
He was debating from
1 second, where is Derek O'Brien? Has he left the program? 1 second, please. Well, the point is, Derek O'Brien has just said his
exactly what
piece
they
and
do.
left. I think he should be brought back on the program. Because the fact of the matter is this, he does not want to answer any of the critical issues. One, it's not a Christian-Hindu issue. It is a issue of the misuse of office.
Exactly.
That's it. And unfortunately, John Dayal, you are also looking at it through a certain stilted
Okay,
lens.
Arnab, can I make a point, please?
Arnabji, this is what precisely happens
I
when
make
a
a
priest
point?
write a letter like this. You are communalizing and politicizing our educational institutions. You are poisoning our higher education.
What crap is
Please
this?
don't do this.
What utter nonsense is that?
Yeah, that
I
is
have
what
been
the priest
maintaining
did.
from the very beginning, do not bring religion into it. It is not a religious thing. He has spoken as doctor, the principal, Dr. Frazer. He is the principal. He is not speaking
Just
as
by
a Jesuit
adding
priest.
doctor doesn't make him less communal or less political.
Come on, what is this? He is speaking as the principal of a college. He is not speaking as a Catholic priest.
Yeah, exactly.
He's debating an economic issue. He's debating a social issue.
John Dayal.
He's debating a political
John
issue.
Dayal, are you not aware of the basic rules?
Are you saying that the BJP accepts this definition? That the BJP accepts
I am
that
talking
it is
about the
an
rules.
alliance?
I am talking about the rules. I have the right to information about the powers and functions of a principal. Right? It is 1 second. No principal can canvass or otherwise interfere or use his influence as a government servant in connection with or take part in an election to any legislature or local authority. The powers of a principal come under certain universities' acts. There are certain rules. You cannot be canvassing for a political party.
Correct,
and Mr.
correct.
John Dayal, why?
And he is not canvassing for a political party or canvassing against a political party. He is discussing issues. Please read those rules again.
Please.
Do the rules prohibit
Mr.
a
Dayal,
professor? Do the
Mr.
rules
John
prohibit?
Dayal, is he trying to open? Is it an open debate that he is invited? Are you
By
trying
all
to
means,
tell all of us that
you are
after
debating
reading that
his point
simple
of view.
email, he's asked for an open debate with the student? I'm
Okay,
sorry,
Arnab, you have to let me make a point.
He is expressing his views.
Arnabji,
And it is a loaded opinion he's giving against a political party.
He is, my dear friend, he is. It is not a secret. It is not a sung secret message. It is an open situation.
So-
it is an email
Well, it's
to
nothing to do with the
thousands
sun.
of students.
And let me not bring the Christianity
Okay,
or the church into
there's
it,
one
Mr.
more
Dayal.
point
It's not
that needs to be
Hinduism.
made
Let's
in
not
this
is a political
context.
phenomenon.
You're trying to overreach yourself like the principle of the Xavier. So don't bring sun,
and
otherwise
why-
you have to talk about church.
Am I
look,
touching-
not the debate.
Am I touching some raw nerves?
And what do you think?
Am I
And what do you
touching
think?
some
Why are
raw
you so
nerves?
of the
insecure?
principle
Am I touching
with the
some raw
way
nerves?
he is acting.
Are you this group? Are you this group? The Alliance of Corporate Capital and Communal Forces? Do you admit to this? Surely not. I hope you don't. If you don't, why are you being sensitive
we
about?
may, Mr. Dayal, you and I can discuss it on the television channel. I have no objection to it. But the objection comes, as a principal, is he allowed to write?
If you're not admitting to the
Is it
definition
not
of
impropriety on
why
his
be so
behalf?
sensitive?
That's the
The
question.
college principal is quite within his rights. In fact, he's morally bound to educate his students on the issues involved.
Siddharth Singh,
That is
why
my
are you so
position.
insecure? Just wondering here, 1 second. Why are you so insecure? A university, it can be argued, is a forum for a free exchange of views.
I'm
So
not.
the principal, just to
I'm
play the
not.
devil's advocate,
I'm
the principal has made his views
No,
known
I'm
in an
not.
official capacity.
I'm
He
not.
has made his political
Arnab,
inclinations
I'm
apparent.
not.
The students are not bound by his point of view, and this is a college, it's
not.
not a primary
Of course
school.
they're not bound by his principle.
It's not a primary
that's an
school.
Objection. That's an objection. That's an election code objection, that the principal or a professor of any university or any college cannot, or a government employee, cannot express his views for a political party. That is
not-
Then why were you supporting? My question goes back to the same issue.
He's not
My question
expressing
therefore
any
is,
political party.
my
There was
question
no
therefore
party
is
that
to the
was named.
BJP.
not
Once again,
worried
see
about
the BJP as an answer to this.
discussing the Gujarat model.
Okay.
The issue is, will we allow tomorrow that all the deans, all the professors come out and they start expressing and
By all
holding
means, by all
conferences
means.
or influencing the students?
By
in
all
the
means,
universities
let
and
them
colleges?
state their
Are we
position.
going to allow that? That's the objection.
The easy question
Are
to
we going
ask.
to
I
leave
think
a
we're
bad
undermining
precedent
the intelligence
in
of our
democracy?
students.
Yes, 1 second, Siddharth. Yes, Dr. Jadhav.
Well, in that case,
Dr.
then what
Jadhav.
is the
Okay,
need of
Arnab.
the principal to even write?
Yeah, there was just one. There was one point I wanted to make, and that is, I'm here as a college teacher. And the point I wanted to make was that Mumbai students are not as politically active and maybe aware as students, say, in Delhi. So, you know, they definitely need a little bit of perspective.
unacceptable.
This is
Perspective.
Mumbai is the financial capital of the country. So students here are more concerned with commerce, with finance, with business. That's their
my
their
God.
thing. So, you know, politics is a little bit away from
the
their
lady is
focus.
contradicting her
Honestly,
own
it's
viewpoint.
not like the Delhi students where people there are so very politically active.
No, I don't
and
know this.
therefore, they
No,
needed
did
a little
this-
bit of perspective.
1 second, simple
which
question,
is what
Dr.
was
Jadhav.
given by their
Dr.
principal.
Jadhav, first of all,
Arnab,
you're being extremely presumptuous
Arnab,
about
the
students.
lady is
And by the way,
contradicting
my
herself.
question to
If
Dr.
it is a
Jadhav is,
financial capital, why didn't he
No,
talk
I'm
about the economy? Why didn't he talk about the fiscal deficit? Why didn't he talk about the unemployment? Why didn't he talk
He
about
is
the
not
GDP?
writing a doctoral
If it is a
thesis.
financial capital
He
and the
is-
students
He did
are
speak
more
about-
towards
he
that.
spoke about all those things in his comment.
It is implied. I think it's a brilliant letter.
Students
keep
here
contradicting yourself.
have other points of interest. They're not as politically strong as the students in Delhi, and they needed
and
this
by
little
the
bit
way,
of,
they are
I
of
wouldn't
the
say
point of
guidance, but
interest from the
definitely
business side.
perspective
Let the
from their
principal write
principal.
what is good
and I
about
think
the
he was
business
just doing
or the
his job,
economic model.
his duty.
no, the question, 1 second, please. You know, by the way, I think, Dr. Jadhav, with respect to you, I don't think Father Frazer spoke about anything apart
Yes.
from Gujarat. He did not speak about the riots in Uttar Pradesh. He did not speak about the riots in Rajasthan. He did not speak about the riots in his own state of Maharashtra. He did not speak about what happened in 1984 when 2,733 people, you know, were killed in a matter of 3 days. He made no mention of inflation. He made no mention of food prices. Look at Ami Yagnik. She's so happy with this college principal. He said nothing about what has been happening across the entire country. So he's been totally selected. Ami Yagnik, you want to use a college
I'm not
principal
getting
for
into the
campaigning?
politics of it.
discuss
I'm
it on
here
the
as a
radio.
How low
college
the Congress
teacher.
will fall? You want to use a college principal for campaigning?
Teachers. No, I'm not using anything. I respect all teachers of this country, and you look at the heading of the letter, the development debate. Two perspectives are shown. And the students should know which are the two perspectives. And the principal has said that choose well. What lessons do we learn from this perspective?
Choose well?
No political
Choose
action
well.
is there.
Tell me one thing he said critical of the Congress party. Tell me one thing the principal said critical of the Congress party. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing the principal found critical of the Congress party.
Yeah, I can tell you. I can tell you. Corruption still needs to be addressed.
There is no word of Congress.
Corruption still needs to be addressed.
One sec, what do you say? Corruption still needs to be addressed? Did he say
Is it?
Congress-led corruption?
He said that.
That's a universal problem.
He said that.
No, 1 second. Whose corruption?
All issues.
Corruption still needs to be
It's a
addressed
universal in
effectively.
India.
1 second. Corruption still...
Arnab, Mr. Dayal, he tried to cover up the corruption issue by saying it is prevalent everywhere. He didn't talk about the Congress corruption.
Sure,
he has not said anything.
He has not talked about the BJP corruption or the
Yes,
Congress
yes,
corruption.
it is there
But he did
everywhere.
mention it is in response to Arnav's point that he does not mention any other issue.
Is this
he
a
mentions
principle?
corruption.
No, it is not. I don't know which way. I'm sorry, Mr. You know, the way you're reading the whole letter is let me say, has, it's a biased opinions you're expressing again and again. He talks about corruption, but he says, oh, the corruption is not an issue. It is prevalent everywhere. What has he spoken about the corruption?
Siddharth,
has he spoken about any other communal violences in the country?
My dear
No,
friend,
sir.
I am as neutral as you are. I am as neutral as you are. I am as biased as you are.
Well, I don't think so.
Are you neutral?
No, I'm not biased. I'm just saying.
You're not speaking for the BJP.
Principal, he wanted an open debate. He should have expressed and allowed a debate to happen.
He has allowed a debate to happen.
So one minute.
A debate is happening in the college.
Siddharth, a question for you now. Take my question for you.
A debate is happening in the nation.
Siddharth, a question for you.
Debate.
Siddharth, I have a question for Siddharth. Please listen. Please listen. Everyone, please listen. I'm sure Siddharth will answer this well. So, Siddharth, suppose somebody is watching tonight and saying, Siddharth Nath Singh is making a strong argument that places which are not political and not allowed to be used for politics should not become centers of political activity, especially during an election. That is what you're saying, Siddharth. Am I correct? Understanding you correctly? That is your basic cut and thrust of your argument, right, Siddharth?
We both are agreement. Yep.
Then what is Baba Ramdev doing?
Baba Ramdev.
No, why you have no answer now?
Election Commission.
No,
don't laugh.
I am not laughing. John Dayal is laughing.
I'm answering
John
that.
Dayal is laughing. I'm not laughing. John Dayal is laughing.
Mr. John Dayal can laugh. Mr. John Dayal can laugh.
Why should I not laugh?
Mr. John Dayal can laugh.
Why should I not laugh?
No, go ahead. It's not an issue of laughing, but the issue is, the answer is very simple.
I thought it was
if
hilarious.
It is a yoga class
I thought it was hilarious.
That's a violation of election code. And if it is individually he's moving around and seeking a vote as an independent, then it's allowed. But during the yoga classes, it's an election code of conduct. That's a violation. And the election code of conduct,
No. 1 second. One minute. There you are on the wrong foot. The election commission. Siddharth, you are wrong. You are completely wrong. Siddharth, you are wrong. You are completely wrong. On Baba Ramdev, you have no answer. The Election Commission of India has rapped Baba Ramdev in the past for using yoga camps to stealthily support the BJP. In October last year, the Election Commission asked the BJP, allow me. Why are you speaking over me now?
I'm telling you that only.
You are scared of the truth.
You don't want to listen.
You don't want to listen to the uncomfortable facts.
I'm telling you that is
you don't want to listen to the truth.
Code of conduct. I'm saying it's a violation. Why don't you want to hear it?
Then what do you want action against Baba Ramdev?
Violation. If you're doing in the yoga classes.
So is the BJP spokesperson asking for immediate action against Baba Ramdev? Are you asking for action against Baba Ramdev?
It's an election.
You are on record.
Needs to decide. I am no one to decide. But then, as far as an individual is concerned,
so when Baba Ramdev organizes a yoga, why aren't you listening? When Baba Ramdev organizes a yoga mahotsav in Delhi on March 23rd, sharing the stage with Narendra Modi, the BJP's prime ministerial candidate, is it or is it not a violation of the election code of conduct? And by being there, therefore, is Modi also helping Baba Ramdev violate the model code of conduct? Is he doing that or not?
If during...
And Baba Ramdev says, I will go door to door to campaign against Sonia Gandhi and Uma Bharti. Is he violating the election code of conduct? Is that yoga?
That's
What form of
accepted.
yoga is it?
No. That
What
is
form
not.
of yoga
That
is it?
Not. That is not.
Then
During
what
the
kind of yoga is this?
My God.
Political
Arnab,
yoga.
You must listen also. Learn to listen, yeah.
Is this political yoga?
And I'm requesting, please. You have said your question.
Let a teacher. He should be called a politician.
Arnab,
He should not be called
if he
a
is
teacher.
called the yoga classes, and during that, if it is a political messaging,
Acha,
that
ek second.
is election code of conduct
I have two
violation.
questions sent to
But
us
if
from
an
viewers.
individual
Anmol Soin
who goes out and canvas, there's
on
nothing
Twitter.
wrong in it.
I'll take 10 seconds on Twitter. Viewers are sending us very short questions. I'm going to carry two. Now.
The principal's email was an opinion, not a diktat. Are we assuming that the young voter is not smart enough to decide what to vote for?
Is it appropriate for the principal of an educational institution to be using his official position to influence the young voter?
Well, those are two questions. We're going to carry many. There, Siddharth, you had no answer for that question. When it comes to Baba Ramdev, his political yoga is fine.
Well,
That's hypocrisy again, double standards. Of
I
the
never said
extreme
that
kind.
again. Again, you are putting words in my mouth. Mr. Arnab Goswami, I never said it. I hope you will try to be reasonable and not to mince words of others who are on your debate channel.
One second. What was
And that
Rahul
will be
Ishwar?
the
What
right
were you
way to go
complaining
about
about?
it.
Arnabji, there's a huge point of difference.
What's the difference?
If any Hindu guru goes to a college or if he owns a college and sends a mail like this, it is not right. But here, St. Xavier's is a pride of India. It's a hugely esteemed, institution of India. Here, where people from many religion or many political parties are studying there.
So,
It is not
okay,
about
education
communalism.
institution. My last
It's
question.
Political
What is this
education.
No.
Misuse of his
No. One second. Baba Ramdev backs a political party. His trust runs a university called University of Patanjali. Won't his open backing influence those who study at the university? Shri Ravi Shankar praises Narendra Modi. His own website says there are 383 schools catering to 32,975 students run by the Art of Living. Will they not be influenced? Some of them who are
Won't
of
the
the age of
Congress
18 be
cry
influenced?
foul? Yeah, well, my
That's
question
okay.
is, won't the Congress cry foul if an email is sent like this to the parents and students, either by Sri Ravi Shankar or by Baba Ramdev? And John Dayal I think we should appreciate Sri John Dayal for telling what he did. He's saying he's...
Ami Yagnik, last word. Ami Yagnik, quickly.
I think
Ami Yagnik, quickly.
Professor would-
Please don't communalize and politicize.
Ami Yagnik only.
Everybody as an individual
would not be doing his duty if he did not
can
educate his students.
can support a
Ami
party
Yagnik.
or support a view.
Can I Arnav?
Only Ami Yagnik, then we are closing.
As a
I just think we're undermining the intelligence of our
Between
students.
what to do.
teachers, academicians, researchers and the spiritual leaders.
You mixed it up.
Let us not mix the two.
You mixed it
Here
up,
is an
Ami Yagnik. You
academician,
mixed it
is a
up by
doctor,
supporting
is a
Father
principal.
Frazer Mascarenhas
No,
today.
not at all.
Mumbai
No,
goes to vote
not
tomorrow.
at
My
all.
question to all
It
the
is
viewers is, has Father
not a
Mascarenhas crossed the line?
The students are
He is-
given some
And does the BJP have the moral position to question Father Frazer Mascarenhas? And why is the government of Maharashtra, why is the election commission quiet? Why is the election commission quiet on everything these days? That's a bigger question. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.